Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with my real estate entrepreneurs, part of my expert series, Mr. Omar Alfaro. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, everybody? What's up, Michael? How
Hey,
you guys
man.
doing?
We're doing great. So one thing we're going
Good.
to have to do probably the rest of the year is we got to start with your market. What's going on in the high desert? Is inventory still building? Price drops everywhere? Nothing getting done. What's going on in your housing market since last week?
Man, it's crazy right now. What we got going on, we got about 1,600 houses for sale, which is up about 80, yeah, 80 properties or so.
So
We
that's
got a
still
lot of
10.
cancellations.
That's still 10 a week, or that's 10 a day. Sorry, 10 a day.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Because everybody has that, wish pricing still. I got just myself, and I can imagine the other 1,000 agents here.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bunch of people calling me, "Hey, should we sell our house? Should we sell our house? Should we sell our house?" And I'm like, not unless you have a good amount of equity and you're going to leave some money on the table for the next guy because you got to be competitive right now. So
Yeah.
that's where we're at right now.
So for the last, again, folks, you have a playlist on my channel. It's just called Omar. People can go back and watch it. We've seen inventory build from sub 500 to now 1,600, right?
Right.
Over about, I don't know, call it 12 weeks maybe. So
Okay.
so it's been going up consistently. I'm gonna make a wild, absolutely crazy prediction right now.
Please tell me.
So I'm gonna guess by the end of August, so this month, 3 short weeks away,
Okay.
you're gonna actually see inventory go down.
Really?
Yeah, I think what's going on, and again, we've talked about it. People can go back and watch these videos. On July 20th, when National Association of Realtors released the report, I told people two things were going to happen. First one is buyers were going to get more scared, i.e., cancel or not write offers, which
Right.
clearly happened. Number two, we were going to get mom and dad calling real estate agents, kind of like you just said, saying, list my house, list my house, list my house. But they're going to do it at stupid prices. So again, that started July 20th, probably
Okay.
went on, 2-3 weeks. What's going to happen by the end of August is you're going to have the first full 30-day window. And you're going to have lots of mom and dads who have an honest conversation with their agent. And I'm just going to make up numbers. Let's say the house is worth 400, they list it 450. It probably
Okay.
sells in January at 450, but it doesn't today. Not only does it not sell today, it gets no viewings, no open house, nothing, crickets. So after 30 days, mom and dad are going to pull the property off the market. You're going to get cancellations are going to explode. And again, I think the high desert is the canary for California,
100%.
like Las Vegas is for the country.
Right.
So I think your market specifically, and again, I could be wrong. I am wrong all the time, but I'm going to guess when we talk, what it would be 3 weeks from now, so August 30th, you're going to tell me, you know what, Michael, we're down to 1,500 or 1,480. It's not going to be down a lot, but we are going to break the trend of going up, and you're going to see mass cancellation. Think I'm crazy?
Not at all. I have a feeling that this last upswing for the interest rate has caused something. People that were on the fence, they jumped, meaning like, hey, let's buy the house because they thought it was going to go up to another percentage point, and it did, but then it had it was
back.
counter-reactive.
Yeah.
It was interesting, but you did say you said that the inventory is going to go down.
Yeah, 3 weeks from now, right? You're about 1612, I think you said, or whatever, 1608.
Yeah,
I think it's at 1500. It won't be a lot, but still it'll be noticeable.
that's cool because now it's going to demand more of that seller to really put that correct price out there.
Yeah.
And for you and I,
Yeah.
oh, we're going to find some crazy deals right now.
Well, that's the key, right? I've told people that, or I've pontificated, I've guessed, I've thought that we were going to have about a 4 to 6 week window of just noise. I called it muddy waters.
Right.
You're going to get all these buyers get scared. You're going to get all these sellers FOMO. It's going to go into this big muck. Nothing is going to happen. What is going to happen again in your market, I'm calling now, is you're going to get the sellers canceling. Okay, nobody showed up. If basically they're going to say, Omar, if I can't get 450, I'm not selling. And you're going to be like, take it off the market because it's only worth 400. You're going to see in my example, at least 100 cancellations. And then you're going to, then the market just levels out and you and I find deals. Motivated sellers show up. How do we know that? Well, in my example of 450, They want to sell. But now
Right.
now they already bought a house in Nashville. They're moving, right? They can't have two mortgage payments. They're going to have a conversation with you. You're going to say, "Hey, your house is worth 400, but if you really want to get viewers, you got to put it at 380." They're going to go, "Great, list it at 389." Right? That's just
All
what's
day.
going to happen, right? And finally, they're going to get it sold and be on their way. So you're going to get a lot of people that cancel because they're going to just stay put, but you're going to find the motivated sellers. That's what I'm waiting for. I want motivated sellers because I'm still a buyer. I have cash or credit or private money or whatever I have. I want to find the motivated sellers, and it's really hard when the water is muddy. But
Right.
I think the water calms down, and if you ever been in a river or a stream, when it's really active, it's really muddy. You can't see the bottom, but when it turns into glass, you're like, oh, you can see through it.
Yeah.
I think for most markets, that's September, October. What do you think?
September, October, spot on because it's right before winter. I
Yeah.
mean, we have winter coming now, but I'm saying, physically,
Yeah.
winter is going to be here and it tends to slow everything down in general, but that's where you're going to be able to see the bottom. You're going to be
Yeah.
able to see the like, hey, how deep is it?
Yeah,
How
exactly. Yes.
how where is the floor at right now with all of these the value that we're looking at. I mean, is
Yeah.
it fake? Is it real? What is it? And then now you're gonna be able to really see that bottom value or that value, and we can actually gauge it from there. Because the
Yeah.
minute you can see the bottom,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, now you can gauge what you need to do next.
Yeah. What we need is clarity. And
Yep.
right now in most markets, it's just very muddy. Just very muddy. And just like any stream, it takes time for the mud or whatever that stuff's called in the water to, you know,
The
settle at the
muck.
bottom. The
The muck.
muck. I like
The
it. I like
muck.
it.
Yep.
So I'm excited. I'm going to call it right now. I love making these crazy calls. The inventory, write it down. We'll talk about it on August 30th. Inventory in your market's going to be around 1,500 instead of 16. So I think you might get a couple more weeks up, but the velocity or the like next week instead of 100, it'll be 60 up. But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. It'll be fun to see.
I think too, 13 to 1450, like
Yeah.
within that. I mean, I kind of wanted it to get to 2000, no lie.
Yeah, yeah, of
Because
course.
because if it got to 2000, there's gonna be a whole lot of motivated sellers,
Exactly.
which is great for us and anybody that's listening.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right on that realistic number. Anywhere from that 13 to 1500, and who knows, there's gonna be a more of a reduction.
Yeah,
I
could be.
mean,
Yeah.
people pulling them off, and then people buying more stuff. So we'll see.
Yeah, and again, we could still get to 2000, right? Just because we settle down in September doesn't mean the new foundation, because basically right now the days on market is just all over the place. And maybe we build to 2000 by the winter. I mean, winter's pretty slow, generally speaking, in the high desert.
Yeah.
You could still see 2000. I think we're going to see that again. That I don't know what it's called in water. I'm sure somebody watching knows what it's called. All the little crap that's in the water. It's just going to settle out. So you got to run up, you'll get to come down, and then maybe you build from there. So 2000 is still possible. It's just I think you're going to see this rollover with cancellation. So Omar, where can people find you?
Yeah, guys. I want you guys to reach out to me on my IG, and the new one is at Invest with Omar.
I saw
Invest
that.
with Omar. I still have my other one, which is the Omar Alfaro, but I am starting a brand new IG from scratch, all organic, and follow me there. Follow me on both because the other one will stay around for a while until we get traction on the new one with Invest with Omar.
At Invest with Omar. I love that one, man. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Thanks.